pod. I'm one of your co-hosts, Monica, and this is the other one, Fury. Welcome back to this week's episode of What the Fuck Is This Podcast? Today we are going to be talking about The Secret Life of an American Teenager. We're ending season 1.
Yep. Today.
I'm one of your hosts, Monica.
I'm Miranda.
And there's going to be a lot of dog action right now. We just accidentally riled them up. Not accidentally.
Yeah, no, we were trying to tire them out.
Yeah, but...
And now they don't want to be done with the ball.
Yeah. So we got our 3 mini co-hosts.
Yeah.
Fury, Mav, and Goosey Bear.
Goosey Baby.
But yeah, let's get started. So my book tea for the week is the Seventh. Oh, it's not the Seventh Circle. It's Seventh Circle by Tate James. Mm-hmm. And each one of the title, because it's like a series, so each title is one of her clubs that she owns. So this one is circled around the seventh circle because that's mainly where the setting is. But she's at it's a strip club.
Ooh.
So she's the boss. So she's at the strip club, she's having a drink after her and Cass, this is 18 plus, and there's a lot of spoilers. Cass is a gang leader, but she is in control, she owns the city. They're allowed to be their own gang, but they have to report to her.
How many of these balls have I bought?
Well, you need to stop.
Yeah, no joke. Okay.
But yeah, she's like, whatever. I want to read the reason why I started reading this book. Let's see if I can find it. The dedication.
Oh, yes!
Because I saw it on Book Talk, and I don't know if I sent it to you or you sent
did.
It to me.
No, you sent it to me, and then we were both going to read it, but you started first, and I was like, no, just spoil it. It's fine. I have enough to read.
Yeah, so the dedication, this is why I read it. It's to my boyfriend, Nick. Thank you for letting me borrow some of our history in this story. You were a deadbeat, but goddamn, your dick was huge. You think I'm not going to read this? I ate this shit up. So basically, it starts out at her club. That's a strip club. There's prostitution going in the back. Obviously, she's in a gang.
Yeah.
She needs to make money somehow. And this guy comes up to her and he starts flirting with her. He says he's 21. She's 20, 22, 23, around there. And she's like, fine, fuck it. She starts making out with him. And then she's like, let's go to this other club. So they go to this other club. They start making out, grinding on each other. And they go to a storage room. They do it. And while they're doing it, he's like, oh, this is my first time. But she thinks that means that it's like his first time doing it in public. Later on, I think in book 2, we find out that was his first time. Ever. But anyways, so the reason why they went to another club is because she was trying to make this guy jealous. She liked the guy, and he was like, no, I'm too old for you. Da 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 da. He ended up liking her. They get together. Whatever. I don't know what else to say other than at one point she's supposed to have 3 lovers, but I'm on the 3rd book and she's only had 2. So, but yeah, it's basically these guys want to be with her. That she has so much shit going on. Basically the whole point of these books is that her ex is back from the dead.
What?
Yeah. So, 5 years ago, before she was the owner of the city or whatever, Shadow Grove, she killed her family, her dad and her uncles and stuff, and she killed her ex because her dad and her ex, I'm placing this here, I don't want it, because her dad and her ex were in business together, and they were in the business of selling PCP
Ugh.
and human trafficking. And the reason she killed all of them, she had a pretty good reason. Somehow, at the point her ex and her were engaged, and she was only like 16. This man was like 27 when they got engaged. Yeah, like he was way older. But she found out that somehow her ex-fiance convinced her father to put her sister into sex trafficking, like to sell her. And that's why she killed everybody.
Garbage.
Okay, but you see how it makes sense now, right?
Garbage.
So, in this situation, she shot her ex in the face. So he should be dead, because then afterwards, like, they left the body there, the house exploded. But he's not. We find out at the end of the book, he's not. Spoiler alert! But basically, he's, like, wreaking havoc all over her life, and he blows up the 7th club because, he blows it up in a gas leak because that's how everybody in his family died when the house accidentally exploded. But they didn't mean to kill everybody. They just meant to kill him. Mm-hmm. But there just happened to be a gas leak. Is it delish? I just saw the amount of saliva on that. Okay.
I fucking cannot right now.
Dude, it's like a pacifier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what else happens in this book. Oh, she finds out that the guy that she fucked in that storage room, she goes to pick up her sister from school. Guess who's there?
No.
He is. It turns out he's 18 years old and still in high school. And the worst part is she keeps fucking him.
I mean, at least it's not illegal, but man, now you know.
I mean, it makes it, I don't want to say a little bit better, because it's not really better, but it is better. So his mom has MS, and his dad died when he was younger.
This is choking you up.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Can you imagine if I cried like that? I would kill myself. No, I wouldn't. Oh, this episode's gonna be a shit show.
Ugh.
Oh, so his mom has MS, and his dad died when he was younger. And they moved around a lot, which is, they don't explain that until the 3rd book right now, and all they're doing is fucking, so I don't know what the fuck is happening in the story anymore. Oh, but anyway, sex! Literally, that's all this bitch can think about. And when his mom her MS started getting worse, he took a year off of school.
Oh.
So it makes it slightly better, but not really.
Right, he's still in high school.
Yeah, and she's like 23.
Yeah.
And he's in the same grade as her sister. Oh, and this whole time, I'm on the 3rd book now, and this whole time, the little sister doesn't know that that's why the older sister killed her dad.
No.
She doesn't know. She just thinks that her sister killed her dad so that she could be like the leader of the town.
Do your due diligence.
Yeah. But her ex was like super abusive and like toxic, and like he used to get off on her being scared, like on her fear. So he would drug her and do crazy shit in front of her, so that she would freak out, and then that's when he'd be like, "My darling." Oh, and then so there's a dead body that was found that overdosed on PCP. So they go to the coroner's office to see this dead body. They're checking out the body. They're like, I don't know who the fuck this is. And then they're like, yeah, but I thought you would think this is, like, you need to look at this. And so they turn the man, and on his shoulder, he has a tattoo that was, like, freshly done, like, 2 days ago. And it's like, and it's like a logo. It's like a symbol or something. But it's like a circle, and then on it says darling. And it's like really nicely done, really drawn up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But only 2 people have seen this drawing before. Her ex-fiance and her best friend Zed. And so then they go outside the coroner's office, and she was like, "Is that what I think it is?" And he was like, "Yeah, like that is what it is." So she rips open his shirt. He has the same tattoo on his chest because he drew it. He was the one that drew it with his, because her ex-fiance used to be his best friend, but then he saw the fucked up shit that he was doing to her, and then that's when he was like, "I'll be your second in command." And so he drew the symbol for Chase to get tattooed. Chase is the ex-fiance, to get tattooed on him. So they're the only 2 people that know of this tattoo and this design. So for a random fucking body that's drugged up on PCP, what the fuck does this mean? But yeah, so basically the ending of the book, they basically figure out that he's alive, and someone's trying to pretend to be a ghost of him, and they're coming after her. But yeah, it's a very good book.
Okay. Shit.
I'm trying to think of anything I missed. But yeah, 18 plus though, do not read this if you're any younger. Please. Your parents will hate me.
Obsessed.
But yeah, it's Seventh Circle by Tate James. And then I think there's 4 books in the series. Oh, you know how at the end of the books, it like tells you like what other books they've written?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the thing goes on for 3 pages.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but that's it for my book to y'all. Now we get to finish the season.
Secret Life.
Woo!
Oh fuck! I gotta get the synopsis. Oh, don't look at my.
I know one of them is called. No, I think the last episode of the season is like something band camp.
Second to last is yes. Maybe Baby is the name of episode 20.
Well, it sounds boring. That's why.
Ben and Ricky get a job together at Ben's dad's sausage shop. Meanwhile, George gets a loan on a foreclosed house, and Amy begins to worry about her diet. Ashley is clearly upset over Amy wanting to get rid of the baby and express her anger when she finds the tape that Amy and Ben made for the baby. Amy fights with Ashley and George, admitting she doesn't really care about her son, and Ashley tells Amy that she is a smart girl and that she can handle the baby. However, both Envious, Grace, and Adrian want to make sure she does not keep the baby because it gives her a tie to Ricky. Amy's friends mysteriously all show up at her house, and Grace tells Amy she found her a job at the church where she could get daycare and insurance. With the support of her friends, her father, and sister, Amy changes her mind about keeping the baby. She asks her mother if she can keep the baby, and her mother agrees.
Okay.
I started this one strong, and I said, why is George so fucking annoying? I don't know what he was doing this episode, but very strong note, you know?
I wrote that job interview. I can't. And I don't know if I was talking about the mom.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because
Yeah.
Ben's dad offers Ben and Ricky a job at the sausage shop, like he said, but I don't think there was an interview there. That's the only other job, so.
I put Amy's being a bitch.
Of course.
And then I wrote this episode is boring. And that's
So boring. I have a quote, though, real quick. When Donovan answers the phone at the furniture store, he says, "This is George Furniture Store, but this is Donovan." I don't even want to say marketing, this is Miranda. Like, or like name of job, name where we work. This is George's Furniture Store, this is Donovan.
That's too much.
Stop. You're pissing me off. Okay.
We find out that George gets a loan for a house.
Yeah.
But he's been saying this whole time he doesn't have money.
Yeah, so now this is the first indication that Anne is right.
Yeah, that he does have money and he's hiding it. Ashley and the dad watch the video.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to fucking bitch at Amy about it.
Which, like, why?
It doesn't make any
said Adrian is into Ricky still, ? And then she still thinks Amy needs to get rid of the baby, like, for what? Like, for what?
Yeah, I didn't understand why everybody decided to show up to her house.
Oh my god, that was
like, your
so
opinion doesn't
annoying.
matter.
No, it doesn't.
Even if you're dating the baby daddy.
No,
it doesn't
matter.
I just have 2 more lines for this one.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I put Amy's keeping the baby, and then I want to talk about that conversation she had with her mom. She said, Mom, Can I keep the baby? This is not a fucking puppy.
No.
This is a child.
No.
You're giving birth to it.
Yep.
It's coming out of you, and you have to raise it for more than 18 years.
Yep.
What the fuck are you talking about asking your mom for permission? You should have asked your mom for permission to have sex.
Yeah.
Like, what?
No. The other thing I wrote that I was trying to figure out what I'm talking about, this is the episode where she goes to that baby store and she pretends that she's like 20 years old.
Yeah.
So I was writing about that over here because I was like, what is all of this that I'm talking about? Because that whole interaction was so weird to me that, like...
It made no sense.
No. Like...
No.
And then...
That's why I said this episode was boring. Like, there was not...
No, and then, like, the next episode, she's like, all he has is overalls! Yeah, that you basically stole because you made up a whole fucking story.
Yeah, and the lady just gave them to you to be nice.
Ugh.
That's all I have for episode 20.
Yeah, I didn't really have much either. But, okay. Whoop, there it is.
Oh, no.
A baby shower is planned for Amy. In the meantime, Grace and Jack reconnect, and Ricky practices how to change a diaper. George tells Anne and Ashley that he's moving out. However, on her way to her baby shower, Amy goes into labor, and George gets a call so he can meet Amy, Anne, and Ashley at the hospital. Ben suggests to Amy to call Ricky and tell him that she's in labor. Okay, I can't wait to talk about that last sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Pissed me the fuck off. Okay. I didn't like that at the very beginning of this episode, Ashley is now so uninterested in Amy and the baby.
Oh, yeah. You convinced your sister to keep it, and now you don't even want to be a part of it.
No, and like, I'm like, this is what would happen if you get your parents to stay together, is then you're just gonna be like, what the fuck ever, I don't even care.
Yeah.
No, bitch.
I wrote that, Amy's best friends are trash.
Oh, yes.
It's straight up garbage.
Also, why do they write them in every, like, 4th episode at this point? Like, they're never in the show anymore.
Oh, yeah. No.
And then, how did Adrian not invite anyone to the thing? And then she tries to blame Grace or whatever, and it's like, she gave you invites. What else do you do with invites?
But also, I kind of understand, though, like, her excuse was dumb. She's like, I've never been to a baby shower before. But I do
been to a birthday party.
I do think that Gracie should have done more, because in the last episode when they all showed up to her house and they were saying like everything they were gonna do for her, she like kind of just threw the party at Adrian.
Right.
Like it wasn't
so
even
that
her
Adrian
idea.
like seemed like she was a part of all this.
Yeah. So like that I understand, but like come on, you're not gonna invite people to a party.
Yeah. This is the episode where Shauna is fucking
toxic as shit.
Low-key batshit crazy too, because I'm like, you're in your 20s, or maybe just 20, we don't fucking know, we don't remember, and you're acting like this about a bunch of 16-year-olds? Like, that's what happens in high school.
Yeah.
Everybody's kissing each other's boyfriends and girlfriends. It's just how high school is. And but she's out here acting like they had the hottest sex of their lives.
Yeah,
they were making out on the patio.
But she doesn't even know.
Exactly.
Okay, I have a quote from her for that. But before that, I do want to say I'm here for Adrian and Gracie's friendship.
Oh, yeah.
I love their friendship.
I'm so happy to see
And then
them together.
before that, we also find out Amy's dad is moving out.
Yes.
Which, in season 2, we find out where he's moving to.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about that.
Okay, this is a quote. He cheated. He uninvited me from the baby shower. You wanted to go to a baby shower where you knew fucking nobody and you were going to be the oldest one.
Mm-hmm. For a bunch of kids that your boyfriend is barely friends with.
Yeah, no.
What is she doing over there? Ugh. Okay.
I wrote not the balloons.
They're making out, they lose the balloons. I said, why are people using a baby shower as battlegrounds? Like, what?
I don't know.
Okay.
I was here for Jack when he was like, what's in the pillow? I wasn't there for him when he was like, what's in the pillowcase, and he was being so intrusive. But then he found out what it was, and Ricky was just like, I'm just trying to learn. And then the other guy was like making fun of him. And then Jack was like, let me try. Like, he was all for it.
Then
like,
he wanted to treat it like a game because
Yeah.
boys will be boys. Yeah, exactly.
Jack is my favorite.
Yes.
He hasn't made the best decisions.
No.
But he is one of my favorites.
Yes. Yes.
But the baby shower is awkward. Adrian's just having sex in the next room with her stepbrother.
Bro, no.
And there's, like, what, 6 people at her house?
No. The way that made me so uncomfortable, and I'm not even Adrian.
Right?
Like,
And then she didn't even lock the fucking door.
No. There's so much where, like, I can think of so many real world examples, like, when Matthew's like, hey, we're gonna have people over for a hot dog party. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, I don't want to do anything, even though these people aren't going to come till 7. We're off work at 5. I'm like, no, we got to get ready for this. Like,
Yeah.
no one's even in my house yet. And I'm like, no, we have to be ready for the people to come over. Like,
Yeah.
I need to change right now, right as I walk in the door, because I can't risk anything. Like,
No, and then it's like, I feel awkward when, like, I walk, like, if somebody knocks on the door and, like, I'm just, like, when I had roommates and shit.
Yes.
I'm more embarrassed that they would see me after the fact.
Yes.
Because I look so, whatever the fuck.
Yes.
That's awkward to me. I don't want people to know that.
Yes. And then the fact that she knew. She went out there. She knew who was in her home. She knew that people were there. She knew that more people were on their way. Fucking her neighbor was now invited. She knows all this. And she still chooses to go back in there and do it with her stepbrother.
And then she's already dressed for the baby shower, too.
But speaking of the neighbor, I'm obsessed with her. She brings like chips and queso or whatever, chips and salsa, whatever she was bringing, I don't remember. But when she's the one that finds Amy going into labor.
Oh, yeah, on the staircase.
And she leaves the chips with her. So Amy's like freaking out going into labor, eating these chips. And then the neighbor goes into the baby shower and she's like, is there a Mrs. Amy's mother here? So I didn't mean to jump ahead if you have something before, but I had to bring up the neighbor because I casually mentioned her. I had to bring her up. I was living for her. I love her. She's my favorite thing on this planet.
No, but I'm here for her, even because she saw a young woman struggling on a staircase that she didn't know.
Yes.
And she still went and asked, like, are you okay?
Yes.
You don't know a lot of people that would do that.
Yes.
So I am here for that lady.
Phenomenal.
And then they finally get there, they're leaving. Ashley grabs the chips.
Yes. Yes.
So, need a snack.
Okay.
Adrian's dad is being a total dick.
Oh, 1,000%.
Like,
but Win isn't he?
That's true. It's like semi-justified, but he didn't need to go that bad. Like,
No.
You know? Like,
No.
sir, you left her and you didn't want to come back
Yeah.
for 16 years until she went and looked and sought you out.
Yes.
There's a problem there.
Yes. This is when we find out that Ashley's going to live with George. And then the only thing I said after that was, you did not call Ricky. You did not call Ricky. You did not call the father of your baby when you're going into labor. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Okay, why is this toy getting passed around? That's so disrespectful. Anyways, that's what I have.
And then she didn't want to for a while.
No, yeah.
Okay.
22. I didn't like this one at all. One night at band camp.
Oh, I hated this episode.
As Amy goes into labor, she becomes cranky and flashes back to this.
Cranky? You mean bitch?
And flashes back to the first time she met Ricky at band camp and how he charmed her. Tom tries to get Grace and Jack back together, and Grace asks her parents for their permission. Amy realizes the sex between her and Ricky wasn't entirely his fault, really, and feels bad for blaming it all on him. Elsewhere, Ricky tells Ashley that he wants to take care of the baby and help Amy by being a good friend, and Adrian realizes that she still cares for Ricky. No fucking way, you stupid bitch.
I hated this episode because of the flashbacks.
I hated it so much. At first I thought it was going to be nice, and then it was so stupid.
And then the way that we heard Amy's thoughts. I was not here for it.
No.
She's complaining about having this baby, even though she chose to keep this baby and have it.
Yes.
I think the dad says this. But he says, your sister's such a buzzkill.
Literally.
And then, mine are just random. I don't really have anything that, like...
In the flashback, I said that Adrian is so spoiled because she's, like, demanding a car from her mother.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Then, my next favorite thing is I said, well, speaking of spoiled, cue Amy. Because she comes in blaming Ricky that she's pregnant and going through this, and blaming her mom for not going to her pregnancy classes yet. Like, and then she thought, the next thing is she thought her mom was going to name him, and then she asks if her birth canal is even developed yet. And I was like, I just don't want to watch this anymore. Between past flashbacks where we have to listen to Amy be a fucking idiot falling for this guy that is clearly so involved with other women.
Yeah, there's multiple girls that go up to her about it.
And then, present time where Amy's being a complete fucking bitch, and then trying to, like, get out of birth. Don't have sex.
Oh, dude, I was cracking up, though, when Ben kept passing out.
Yeah.
That was funny. Ashley, when she actually starts, like, pushing or whatever, Ashley gets scared of it.
Oh.
Oh, okay, I have a sad one. Ricky wants a vasectomy because he doesn't think he deserves to have kids.
Yeah, he can't have it. He shouldn't have any more after this.
Yeah.
I was like, bruh, this makes me
like,
so sad.
It made me sad because, like, he feels like he doesn't deserve kids because of what he's been through, like with his dad, having to go through the foster care system and all that stuff. I was just so sad. And then I wrote, are they all friends?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Honestly. Ugh.
And then I wrote that I feel bad for Adrian.
I don't, because she doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't, and it's really getting old, and you just can't. Stop going back and forth. You either want Ricky or you don't. Make up your mind.
I feel bad for Adrian because of her life. Not because of that. I feel like I feel bad because her mom is never there, and then her dad was never there, so she was always to herself.
Yeah.
And now, I think that's why I wrote it. I don't remember what happened.
Fair. Tom wants to call Adrian because they all go to the hospital, but then they all go home or something, and so they're all calling each other from their own homes to see what's going on with the baby. Tom says, he'll call Adrian because he wants to make Tammy jealous and add spice to their relationship. Tom.
I love Tom.
Tom! You're lying.
Ben tells his dad that he's okay with him dating again.
Yeah.
And we're here for it.
I'm here for it, but he didn't need your permission.
No. I mean, I get it though. He didn't need the permission, but I do understand, like, to be that father, to be like, okay, like, my son understands now, like, okay. But the way he talks about the mom, he's like, that's the happiest I've ever been.
No. I love,
She finally has the baby after 12 hours of labor. And then the mom is like, this is how much it took with us. Bitch, give me a C-section after hour 3. Get this shit out of me.
I'm so curious, like, is 12 hours of active labor, like, how normal is that for women? Like, I know it can be all over the place, but you also hear where, like, oh, sure, they're saying I was in labor for 24 hours, but I only had contractions during the last 3, which makes sense. Like, you're kind of dilated, but you're not having contractions or whatever. Like, I
was just so confused how they get to the hospital and she's saying she's already having contractions. And then this bitch is taking a nap?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. So was she in active labor? But you have to be if you're having contractions. I don't know. That was really confusing to me.
For first-time moms, it can last from 12 to 19 hours.
Okay.
Good luck with that one. But Denora said that she had chosen less than 3.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, What are they counting as
Yeah.
labor? Because I know there's a point where you enter
I think
active
it's
labor.
I think they're counting from when your water breaks
Right.
to when
But
the baby
because
actually
your
comes
water's broken doesn't mean you're having
Yeah,
this
you're not
painful
active.
contraction. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm 23 years old. It's not time to figure it out.
Not yet.
Not yet. And then we find out George helped Adrian's mom get Adrian that red sports car.
Oh my god.
What was that?
I don't fucking know.
Ugh.
I didn't write anything about the flashbacks because I just did not care.
That was the only thing I really wrote about because other than when I said, like, Amy, why the fuck did you want to have this guy, like, why did you want to have sex with this guy?
No, mine were just little things that I noticed that I thought were cute or like that I was like, what the fuck? So I wrote, not the music when everybody's like coming in or whatever and like trying to see the baby.
Yeah.
No, not the vibe. I did notice that Ben let Ricky go in first.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, that's sweet of him.
Yes.
I said, that's a huge baby.
It is. That's not a newborn.
Yeah, no. I wrote, why did her quote unquote best friends come in last?
Because they're not. At this point.
Like everybody else came
Yeah.
in first, and then her best friends came in
But what did her
last?
best friends do for her? Grace and Adrian are helping her get a job, are
Yeah.
planning the baby shower. At this point, her best friends have, like, no stake in her life at all.
The next part is when they're moving. They finally go home to like shower and stuff. They're like, okay, well, we're gonna move out now. And he hits the curb as he's backing out.
Bruh. To go next door.
He bought the house next door. Then it's like they flash to Adrian at her apartment talking to her dad, and we find out that her dad left his wife to technically be with her mom.
Yep. What a piece of shit.
What I think is crazy is none of this would have happened if Adrian didn't seek him out.
Yep. But now she's happy because in a couple episodes, like the one we're about to cover for season 2, he's talking about buying a fucking house with them. And she's like, oh my god, this is so great, we're gonna be a family.
No.
Bruh. No. The way... Okay, Amy is my Veronica, but Adrian is definitely my Betty. Where, like, there are times where I just can't deal with that bitch. I just can't deal with that bitch.
Yes.
But Veronica / Amy, get the fuck out of the show.
I'm trying to think who Amy is for me compared to Riverdale. Tony.
What do you have against Tony?
I don't know. I don't want her to be there. That's what it is, you know?
Obsessed. Okay, are you ready for 23?
No, because they say the name in this episode.
Oh, that's right.
Do you want to say the baby name?
I forgot that happened. Yeah, so she asks Ashley to name it for some fucking reason. And Ashley says, we should name him John because he has so much going on in his life. At least he'll have a simple name.
And then they start singing the John Jacob Heimer.
Yeah. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Because Amy says, hey, that's my name when she says it. Anyway, no. Because did we birth a 45-year-old man? No, it's a baby.
Hold on. I misnumbered these. Did I?
I don't know. Let me look.
What the?
Oh, yeah. No, because I have John under 23.
Did I combine 22 and 23?
Maybe. Wait, yeah, because this is in 23. I'm talking about his vasectomy.
What the fuck did I do? Whoops. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh well, it's fine.
It's fine. We'll combine the two.
So I'll read 23's synopsis real quick, and I'll read over mine to make sure I didn't say anything I didn't want to say, or I wanted to say. Friends and family gather at the hospital to give their support to the Jurgens family, who eagerly await the arrival of Amy's baby. At the same time, Ben and Ricky agree to forge a friendship as they discuss the future. their future relationship. When Adrian arrives at the hospital to support Ricky, Grace tells Ricky that she's getting back together with Jack. Several hours later, Amy's baby is finally born. Amy's classmates all get to see the baby, and Amy and Ashley decide to name him John. Upon returning home, however, Amy struggles with adjusting to being a new mother. Later, Ricky visits his newborn son and realizes he might like fatherhood, while Ashley and George surprise Anne by moving out of the family home.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, I think what happened is I went to the restroom in between, and it just kept playing, so I was like, oh, it's still this episode.
Makes sense. But yeah, so... Oh, at one point, Ben says she's still in there pushing and shoving.
Who says that? He's like, somebody else is shoving.
Yeah.
What are they he's talking to Ricky. He's like, what are they shoving?
Shoving, and he's like, I don't know. For the most part, though, we talked about everything.
Oh, I have a question.
I said the baby doesn't like Ben, because when Ben does finally hold it, it's like, it starts crying instantly.
The way that Amy was looking at Ricky when he was holding that baby.
Which, 1,000%, like, when you meet that person, and you're like, oh, like, I didn't know if I wanted kids, or I always thought I would be a mom, or whatever, but you meet that person that you want to make a dad, like, that's how she was looking at him.
Yeah.
Like, that's 1,000% how I can't wait to look at Matthew when he holds his baby for the first time. Like, yeah.
That way, I was like,
that's our baby. Like, the way she looks like she's fucking claiming that man.
Okay, I have one question. Do you get maternity leave from school, like in high school?
No.
Then how long are you allowed to legally be out?
I mean, I'm sure the school works something out with you, but you still have to do all that homework and stuff.
No, I get that.
So,
I'm just trying to figure out, like...
I don't know, though. I don't know. I would like to say that all of my friends will not see me in the hospital. Like, much past my in-laws, no one is coming into that hospital. No one is.
I feel like the day after where you had time to rest,
yeah,
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
But literally, right after I give birth, you want me to talk to people? No, shut the fuck up. Let me look at my kid.
Yeah, my parents and his parents, they can come in that same day. That would be my max.
Yeah.
And then my friends, y'all can come to my fucking house, bro. Like, you don't need to come to
especially me, it's going to take me a while, okay? It's going to take me a while to get
Not if I'm in labor for 12 hours.
Like, where is this bitch? I would not want to see you like that anyways. It's okay.
No, that's literally so, like, traumatizing for the woman. She also did not look like she just went through labor.
Oh, no.
But
her
it's
bangs
a
were
TV
fucking
show.
swoosh.
Oh my god, her and those fucking bangs.
It's like she grabs them from like all the way back here,
Mm-hmm.
and she brings them forward, and then she's like this. I cannot.
Oh, and then she basically asks her mom to learn to breastfeed for her.
Oh! No.
Amy, I'm done with you.
She's like, you're going back to work? She's like, yeah, I don't get maternity leave, stupid.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's about all I have.
Yeah, that's all I have for that too.
Okay.
Sorry I ruined that.
No.
I don't understand.
It's really fine.
My notes just keep fucking up for this.
It's really fine.
This recording day. I did want to say something, but I forgot what.
It's not that big of a deal.
What was I gonna say? Anyways, see you next podcast if I remember. What is your what the fuck news for the week?
Oh, get excited.
How excited do you need me to get?
It is some pop culture, celebrity.
If this is the same thing I was gonna tell you, the one that I have for the next.
No, I'm scared now.
No, it'd be hilarious though. Like, how do we pick the same thing?
It's a musician?
No.
Okay, well,
kind of.
It's a group, I guess.
Oh, then no. No, you're good.
The Chainsmokers say they've had threesomes together with fans.
I want to vomit.
Then the top quote, like after the headline, we'd be in Europe, they'd have two beds that they don't even split apart. Meaning like, two beds pushed up together so they just fuck together.
I am disappointed.
Do you want to keep reading?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
The Chainsmokers are putting the meh in I can't say that.
Monogamy?
No. Outlet.
Girl, I don't know how to read.
The...
Menage a trois.
Yes, thank you. Ugh, I can't ever get it.
Dude, I 100% just guessed that shit.
Because it's in
Menage
the
a trois.
Katy Perry song, too. But all I can think of is Last Friday Night. I think it's Last Friday Night.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, anyways, saying in a recent appearance on the Call Her Daddy podcast, perfect place to share, that they'd had multiple threesomes together with fans. The duo of Alex and Drew clarified that it was never diehard fans, or, as Drew put it, no one wearing merch or anything.
So they just confirmed the thing girls go to concerts for is like to be a mysterious girl to see if they notice you. But like, gross!
But they did say these events, chain bangs perhaps, had happened a few times while touring Europe. Okay, Alex, this is a quote from Alex. It's been a long time, but in the early days, it was also the days when we used to share the hotel rooms. Oh, gross. We'd be in Europe, they'd have two beds, they don't even split them apart. They literally have two singles pushed together. So it's almost like we were forced by the European government because they don't separate their beds.
No, you were not. No.
As for their reaction to the threesomes, Alex remembered thinking, what the fuck just happened? They were never planned.
What do you mean? What the fuck just happened after each one of them?
They were never planned. I feel like that's how threesomes happen, though. The duo also went into bad experience with exes, almost all of which happened to Alex. One ex-partner, I'd be getting spied on for like 7 months with this fucking pet camera. Another paid for her blow addiction by agreeing to pee on strangers on Craigslist.
What the actual fuck? No.
So anyways, if you want to listen to Call Her Daddy, you can hear them talk about this for themselves.
Guess what I was into on my way home?
And, yeah.
No.
They just accidentally had a bunch of threesomes. Okay, but here's the thing. To have a threesome, Alex and or Drew had to pick up that girl after the concert.
They knew, like,
take
after the
them
first
back
time,
together.
you know. Yeah.
Together. Because you 1,000% would tell your roommate, just like everyone did in college, like, hey, I need some privacy or whatever. We all lived in the dorms. Like,
yeah.
What are you fucking talking about?
Not you too.
I know. Maybe I need to clean it out.
Anyways, that is it for this week's podcast? This week's episode? I don't know what I want to say. Anyways, let me start over. Okay. Thanks for listening this week, y'all. Go ahead and follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm trying to post on there more consistently. I kind of forget sometimes. I have a busy life right now, and I'm stressed. But it's okay, because we got tattoos.
Don't be sad. Go get a tattoo.
But yeah, that is it for this week's podcast. Next week, we will start the new season of A Secret Life of an American Teenager.
Yes. Join us next week, season 2.
Catch up, okay? Watch it with us.
It's the long-awaited book tea that I was talking about last week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I better listen in for that.
You're gonna die.
There. Don't tell me to move. All right, y'all.
Bye, guys.
No, not see y'all.
You'll see
You'll
us.
hear us.
Us.
On Thursday.
Bye.
Oh, shout out to our listeners from Belgium.
We see you guys.
Yeah, we see you. We know you're listening. We appreciate you.
DM
I don't
us.
even know where Belgium is on a map, but I know y'all have chocolate.
Germany?
Right? Belgium.
Germany?
Girl, I'm dyslexic. I can't read, okay? I don't know shit.
They're gonna be mad now. They're gonna stop listening if I'm wrong about Germany. I probably just insulted them.
Edit that out.
I gotta go.